And I went all over this before with that because I hadn't received any bills. I made a payment based on what I thought was due.
Planes disappeared, one disappeared, two in Malaysia, two in Southeast Asia, one shot down. The one in Taiwan, did you see that footage of the one in Taiwan? It was one of those.
She's like, you know, he's like she said, she's in a stoplight. And then he gets the place, and then my phone charges, and it's him, and
Always
Right.
love that song.
right.
Not working yet. How you doing?
How you doing?
Good. Some tours going. Old executive office is over here. It's actually a pretty cool building. Very big. It's not that attractive on the inside. Well, they remodeled some of it. Used to have really pink and black tile all over the place. But very wide hallways. These are the hedges that they put in to beautify the grounds and kind of block the media visibility to certain things. All the stand-up locations. I'm actually on Pebble Beach now, which is ironic because there's no pebbles, certainly no beach. It used to at one time be stones. Now it's nicely laid tile and granite. And just in the last year or so, they've made the organizations decide if to put up these tents or structures that I think cost around $10, $15, $20,000 or so a piece. Because if one person had them, one network had them, they all had to have them to make a uniformity and make it kind of look somewhat presentable. But they ultimately, the usher's office, I think, doesn't want them. And it creates a little bit of a security issue because the Secret Service can't see through them. So at night you have to roll up the sides. But pretty much you know, they're really nice to have for live shots because you can control the sun and the weather. And this is CNN, I believe. No, Fox. No, CNN. I don't know, it doesn't say. I'm not used to not seeing people in it, so. But everybody keeps everything outside. All this gear stays out here 365 days a year. They do have these waterproof trunks that they allowed us to have. You can hide stuff in. That's the end. This one is actually, I think, for one of the religious networks. Think like the Christians. What is it? Yes, EWTN, the Global Catholic Network. They put all this stuff in here I have been coming here for 8 years and not have once seen him here. But that doesn't mean anything. This is the C-SPAN AP booth. We share. We team up. We share the pool duties. Most pool crews have the network pool, which is and that provides a head-on camera, a cuts camera, a producer, some other. So every day there's a network pool, which is the 5 big networks. Then there's an independent pool at the White House, which consists of C-SPAN and AP, and we're here pretty much every workday. Some network staff on the weekends, but we're here pretty much every weekday and other special occasions. And we have this booth. It's outfitted with lots of cabling and some LED lights, some tungsten, some daylight balance, so that you can mix it up. At night you don't need strong lights, because during the day though these lights just pound whoever's doing the reporting. And someone from AP has put nice Christmas light flourishes up, even though it's March. And in these little stone cabinets that they built in, you have your fiber connections that connect back into the briefing room in the White House. So you can see the street between here, which is called West Executive Drive. It's where the Secret Service parks a lot of their security cars. I think actually a few staffers get, like high-end staffers get to park in here, but mostly it's government vehicles and personal protection. We're walking down, and there's the suite of NBC, MSNBC. There's the main NBC number. They get the shot you see. I think CNN and NBC and Fox do like the most stock shots from out here, but everybody, all your reporters you see on the Today Show and everything. Al Jazeera does have a tent, I believe. I don't know that it's back this way. I see there are people here all the time, but I don't know if it's labeled or it's in this direction. It's one of the more Leslie filled ones, and they just kind of bring stuff in and use it as they need to. CBS is right here. Hopefully they know that you enjoy their coverage. It's important to give good feedback for things like that. So I think that looks like Canadians. I would guess it's probably in one of these here. I know they're here semi-regularly. A lot of networks, especially the smaller ones outside the big 5, typically come and go. It's not like they're here all the time. They come when they need to be. They always have representatives at the briefings, but they don't typically just hang out here every day. Very nice trash can, nicely hidden by this large bush. And this is like the very little view you actually have of the street. They pretty much block us off from the outside world, because the press operations is kind of ugly. But nice little sign to tell you where you're going, even though it's kind of obvious. The security shelter, the fence, and the general public is over there. So that's basically it. That's all the areas I'm allowed to go without an escort. So otherwise, they give out badges after security checks, but the press is pretty much limited to this driveway and the briefing room space we walked through earlier. So, but you can come and go as you please, and hopefully it gets a little bit more exciting here today, because it's a pretty slow day. I think he does have a event in the afternoon, but it's a pretty slow day here, press-wise. So.